He just put a half a cup of butter and now he's adding a cup of sugar. And this is French toast? A croissant? I thought the croissant already was fattening enough. Coach Greg, and today I'm reviewing Joshua Weissman. Yes, I said it right. Joshua Weissman is an actual chef, a real chef, you know. Not like Coach Greg, I'm not actually a chef. But can he in fact make French toast? So he made a video on French toast. It's called The Easy French Toast Guide 3 Ways. It has close to 1 million views in a week. It must be because one of my recipes is one of the 3 easy ways. I'm the king of the French toast. This guy's got 3 million followers. He's twice as popular as me. He's got more views. Everyone's watching his channel. But can he make French toast better than Coach Greg? I can't wait to watch this guy. Let's see what he does.
We've all heard the classic argument, pancakes versus waffles. But people, we forgot about one important candidate, French toast.
So you gotta like this guy right off the bat. You've all heard the debate, waffles or pancakes? Nope, you forgot about the freaking French toast. Love this guy. Let's see what he does. Why is there a yellow square on the French toast that better not be butter that's put on the French toast after it's done? I mean, why would anyone in their right mind do that? I mean, it can't be. I mean, he's got syrup, that makes sense, but was that butter? Is this food porn? Is this what they call food porn? All I see is delicious syrups falling down, sugary things, delicious chocolatey goodness, and I want to eat French toast now.
Okay, so today we're making French toast, but not just any French toast. We're not just gonna make one French toast like that. No, we're gonna do much more than that. I feel like I broke my...
Come on.
We're gonna make 3 different iterations. We're gonna make a classic French toast, a baked French toast, and finally, an ultra special French toast, which I will describe later.
I thought he was gonna say, finally, Coach Greg's French toast. No, he didn't do it. Oh, I'm so disappointed. So disappointed. Okay, so I have a screen pause and all I can see is chocolate coming out of a slice of bread. So, I mean, it's probably not going to be anabolic. So clearly it's not anabolic French toast, but is it doable French toast? Can I eat his stuff? Am I going to like it? I can't wait. Let's just watch. Let's just watch.
But I'd like to pose one specific and important point first. That is, what kind of bread are you going to use?
Regular ass bread, of course. Regular ass bread. Everyone knows we're using regular ass bread. What in the heck did I see there? I saw a bunch of breads I've never seen in my life. I mean, what was that? Do you guys buy that stuff? I buy regular ass bread. Whatever bread is at home, that's what I'm using.
To me, a nice brioche or challah proves to be the best choice for any French toast due to its superior flavor and ability to absorb moisture.
So apparently it has the superior ability to absorb moisture. I don't know about you, but regular ass bread, that has the superior ability to absorb egg whites. This is the whole point. I mean, I had egg whites and I put more egg whites on the pan while it's cooking. It's absorbing more than last time. Maybe Coach Greg and Joshua Weissman, we got to get together, put our brains together, make some real French toast.
You can also get creative and use something like a bunch of croissants.
Croissant French toast, that sounds French. Instead, a croissant is a français.
Are you going to finish that croissant?
Now, I'm Acadian, so my background is actually French, but I don't actually speak very good French, but I do speak a little bit of French. So a croissant, a French toast. French toast, French in French is français, and toast is what? It's like bread, toast in French. I don't know what toast is in French.
Putain, Greg, arrête.
Brûlé?
Non. Tu te fous de moi?
Le pain brûlé.
Non.
Burnt toast.
Greg, on dit pain perdu en français.
Ah, whatever.
Or you can use literally any other bread like sourdough or loaf pan white bread, you get the point. Anyway, let's talk a classic French toast first. Very easy and fast. In a medium-sized bowl, add 3 whole eggs and 2 egg yolks.
So in a medium bowl, as if the size matters, it doesn't matter the size. Well, you don't want to make it too small. Size does matter. Don't like it when it's too small because you can make a mess, okay? So he puts 3 whole eggs into the bowl and then he adds 2 more yellows without the egg white. So he's putting more fat than last time and removing the protein, the white part. So he's removing a lot of the protein to add more of the fat, to make it more of a high-calorie dense food. So this is essentially French toast in Bizarro World. In the Bizarro World, you do the opposite of what you're supposed to do. Is Joshua Weissman the Coach Greg in Bizarro Land? It hurts me to watch him add more yellows to the bowl. Feed the yellows to the dog and add more whites. But hey, look, my French toast is for people that don't want to become obese, that maybe they're trying to lose weight, gain. It's not for people who are bulking, trying to be sumo wrestlers and stuff. Maybe Joshua Weissman is the bulking coach guy.
Along with 1 teaspoon or 3 grams of ground cinnamon.
Yes, the cinnamon, I like that. I put that in there myself.
Half a teaspoon or 3 grams of fine sea salt.
Sea salt, I don't put that in there. I mean, but maybe that would improve my recipe. I don't know, maybe salt would make it better. I never really thought of that. I never considered it. I'm not a real chef. I just cook things that work for me to make me lose weight. So maybe I should experiment and add some salt. I'm not a real chef. Remember, I'm just a simple chef.
1.5 tablespoons or 23 grams of light brown sugar.
23 grams of brown sugar. Why would we add brown sugar when we can add sweetener? Less calories, less problems. You know, obesity, diabetes, heart disease, and plus, if you add all these calories, he's only going to eat like 2 slices and have more calories than if I had 4 slices. So you can have his recipe and eat 2 slices, or mine have 4. You get to eat more. It's more fun. You get more of it.
And a little pinch of fresh grated nutmeg.
And it scrapes in the nutmeg. Yeah, that would work. It's just more work, but yeah, I could see doing that. It would work.
Whisk all that together until thoroughly combined.
And then he whisks it in until thoroughly combined. That's good. Okay. And then we're done, right? That's enough work. That's not bad. That's not too bad. Let's see.
Then whisk in half a cup or 120 milliliters of heavy cream.
120 mLs of heavy cream? Do you know how much fat and calories is in heavy cream? More than last time. I don't even need to tell you. So many calories and fat. You don't want that in your freaking French toast. It must be done, though. There can't be anything bad else. That's it, I hope.
And 3/4 cup or 180 milliliters of whole milk.
So whole milk is 3.25% fat, and heavy whipping cream probably 18% fat. Why don't we just compromise and put something in the middle, 10%? 10% blend milk, put that in there. It saves time. You need 1 step of this kind of milk and then that kind of milk, none of which are things that I have in my fridge. Why would I have brown sugar, heavy cream, and whole milk? Why not put in skim milk, or preferably skim milk with added proteins? And who has heavy cream in the fridge? Don't have heavy cream in the fridge. Keep it out of the fridge. Use creamer like Walden Farms for your coffee. Adding all this whole milk stuff, creamer, it's too much fat. Why are you using this stuff? It's a lot of saturated fat. It comes from animals. It's high calorie dense foods. You want to stay away from this.
That's your custard. Now separately, pick out your bread.
So apparently when you mix all those things together, it's called custard, okay? I didn't know that, but I call it like the liquid part. So you take the bread and put it in the liquid part, aka the custard. Why does that just sound like mustard? Well, because it rhymes, Coach Greg. Jeez, am I getting old?
And of course, much better if you slice it yourself, so that each slice is about 3/4 of an inch thick.
So apparently, it needs to be thicker than last time. Right, babe? Coach Greg has so evolved and so scientifically advanced in his French toast making ability, I can take regular ass bread, and I can take another bread, and I can literally put some of the bread on top of the bread, and I just pat it in, and it forms a bigger bread. The bread, it sucks together, and it's through the magic wizardry of Coach Greg's Anabolic Kitchen, where there are no rules. You put your bread in, and I put an extra little bit of bread inside, and the bread forms, because I like my bread a little bit thicker than last time. So I take a bunch of regular ass bread, I put it in the liquid stuff, put it on the pan, it's all there. Then I take another couple slices and I spread those out and all over the pan, and it makes a thicker, big French toast fiasco. Big circle French toast. And then I cut it up and I flip it. Let's see what he does.
Dunk your slices in the custard and let them sit for a few seconds to soak up the liquid.
So A, you need to let it soak longer than last time. A couple seconds is not a long enough time to absorb all that liquidy goodness, which you call custard, okay? And listen, didn't you say you picked the most absorbent bread? If it's so absorbent, why is it so full in a few seconds? If it can absorb all this custardy goodness, why don't you leave it on for a few extra seconds? Leave it longer than last time. It'll absorb more of that yummy protein, which you pretty much took all of it out, but it's full of that yummy sugar and fat that you added there. So it'll suck in more sugar and fat. Pretty sure he doesn't care about the calories. So why not taste the best? The best is more yumminess, sugar and fat. I'm pretty sure it tastes good. Yummy, allow it to absorb.
Separately, in a large pan heated over medium heat, grease that up with some unsalted butter.
Yeah, grease it up with unsalted butter because he really cares about your health. Oh, you gotta avoid that salt because you already added salt into the friggin' French toast. He's literally picking up an entire cube of butter and spraying it all over the pan. Reminds me of Elias' face. Is that who it was? Reminds me of Elias' face. Put a little bit of oil in the pan, just a little bit, 5 or 6 gallons, the entire butter stick. Grease it, and then once it's covered, do it again a couple more times. Make sure it's a nice thin coat of an inch thick of butter.
Let that cook and toast for about 3 minutes or until you get a nice brown crust. You can also add additional butter at this point if you wish.
Are you kidding me? You can add additional butter at this point. And you only put 2 slices of bread on the pan? Who has time to cook like this? 2 slices, you have 8. You're gonna have to cook 4 freaking times over? Put all 4 slices in there, shove more in there, get it all done at once.
Then flip and repeat on the other side. From there, just transfer your finished pieces to a plate and repeat with the rest. And obviously to serve this, it's pretty straightforward. You add a nice pat of butter on top.
And obviously you put a 1/2-inch thick layer of butter on top. You put no sugar added Miss Buttersworth or some kind of a low-calorie syrup on top. You don't put a pat of butter.
This is the ultra easy, super traditional, you take the bread, and you put it in the pan, and then that's it. Very simple.
He calls this the bread simple. Apparently he's a b-boy rapper. It looked like a lot of work to me. He's cooking 2 French toasts at a time, and you got 8 French toasts, and you cook 2, and it's gonna take 10 minutes, and you cook 2 more, and it's all day in the kitchen. Or you can cook your French toast on 2 pans at the same time and have leftovers for the week. Not sure about you, but I don't have time to cook like this.
This is typically done with day old bread, hence the classic name. I believe it's pronounced pain perdu.
Perdu. Perdu means to lose something. J'ai perdu quelque chose. So I lost something. You certainly didn't lose some weight, that's for sure.
Ah, je pensais que le HRT parlait français pour toi.
It's got the crunch on the outside. It's got the custardy, smooth, melt in your mouth inside. It's sweet. It's got a little bit of saltiness. It's fragrant. It's spiced. This is my ideal classic French toast.
He certainly hasn't made my French toast. I'd love to see him make my French toast. Healthy French toast that you can eat and not have a heart attack tomorrow. I'd rather eat French toast for 50 years than eat his French toast and die in 6.
We're gonna go make the other one now.
Next up, we have a very special baked croissant French toast.
And essentially, it's the same thing as the last one. You make a delicious custard, that's the liquidy stuff. Make sure it's gonna kill you of a heart attack, an artery-clogging fat and high-calorie dense yumminess. Fill that up, and then what do? You put a 1/2 cup of butter in the pan. A 1/2 cup. 1/2 cup of butter. That's more butter than I've eaten this month. A 1/2 cup of butter in the freaking bottom of the pan. I mean, a 1/2 cup, not light butter. What are we making right now? Are we baking a cake? What is happening? A 1/2 cup of butter at the bottom of the pan? There's already enough fat in this recipe. A 1/2 cup of butter, over 100 grams. We're getting on 1,000 calories here. What is going on? It's nearly 1,000 calories just in the butter. I'm telling you the truth, telling you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. You want to hear that you just have a poor metabolism. What you need to hear is you can't put that much butter in a pot and think you're not going to get wet-ass macaroni. That's what you can't get. You know you're getting a WAP. Yeah, that warm-ass pasta. Warm-ass pasta macaroni, that's what you're getting. The WAP. It's almost as bad as the freaking Cove. Add a cup of brown sugar. You just put a 1/2 cup of butter, and now he's adding a cup of sugar. And this is French toast? A croissant? I thought the croissant already was fattening enough. And then you just put the croissant things cut up in there, and you leave it overnight, and you put it in the oven, and it comes out yummy. And put a bunch of powdered sugar on top of those buns. It literally looks like a pouring of the sugar. And you know how the girls, they spray all the white stuff on them and then it's the pouring and it's always something white and they're pouring all over their bodies and people like that. And
I don't know, man. I don't know that I could ever have French toast any other way without knowing that this exists. Long story short, this will change your life.
Long story short, this will change your life. Yeah, it'll end it because you're gonna get a heart attack for this. Or you can get my freaking cookbook, Eat Like Me. It's 80% as good as anything and you'll like it. You can eat twice as much and actually be full and stick to your diet. Which one makes more sense? Well, his, if you don't want to live forever. Mine, if you want to live longer and healthier and lose weight. You have your choice. There's nothing wrong with him choosing to eat this way. Nothing wrong with me choosing to eat my way. Eat the way you want, but if you eat like this guy, you're going to have a hard time being in a calorie deficit. So if you don't care about that, that's great. It's awesome. It's going to taste good. No doubt his tastes amazing. But if you're like, I can't lose weight, it's not working for me, I chose the wrong parents and all that, try changing what you're eating. Get my freaking cookbook with 100 delicious recipes that taste amazing. It's not that hard, and it's easier to make than this. This is a bit harder than what I would want to do.
We could have stuck with 2 French toasts, but no. We need to add one last special one. Nutella stuffed churro style French toast.
So again, the most fattiest liquid stuff, custard he calls it, and then put more sugar than last time and then more fat than before, add butter, and voila. And coat it with sugar everywhere, put some more whipped cream and some syrup, and voila, a heart attack on a platter. Why not just make healthier anabolic French toast? You can eat a lot of it and not gain the weight. Yeah, it's probably not quite as good. It's probably 80% as good. Probably only 80% as good as this, but it's good enough, people. You don't need Nutella and sugar and butter and more calories than last time to enjoy French toast. French toast, it's French toast. You don't have to switch it into making it a dessert that's going to give you a heart attack.
There's crunch on the crust from the sugar, and then the inside oozes with sweet chocolatey and Nutella. You go to the best brunch place in town for something like this, but you saw how simple it was.
Anyway, I really had fun with this video, and I like this guy. He makes some delicious foods, although it's a bizarre world of high-calorie dense foods, the opposite of what I eat, but I still like him. GregDoucette.com for coaching, Greg Doucette IB Pro. Blew it up 2 videos, watch them on, then watch the top, and until next time, I am out. United States has shredded fat-free cheese. Why can't we get this in Canada? We need to start importing more things. Important.